Good afternoon, my name is Liam Nealder. This is the MU Review, the place where I talk all things Manchester United in the world of football. And today I'm here to talk about Manchester United's 3-2 thrilling victory over Southampton in the EFL Cup Final. And my word, were we rubbish in that game. Southampton, very unlucky, played extremely well on the day and probably deserved to win. They were the better side, they played out their skins, and I mean, it just goes to show you there's no justice in football. The goal in the 5th minute, completely valid. I can see why the linesman put his flag up. He saw Bertrand offside and panicked and just instinctively put his flag up. It was a split-second decision, but Manolo Gabbiadini, what a player, what a signing he looks. Perfectly valid goal and could have had a hat-trick even after that goal was disallowed in the game. So very unlucky for the Italian, but obviously a big break for us. I don't know how we were 2-0 up at half-time. We were absolutely awful in the first half. Zlatan Ibrahimovic with, I mean, you run out of superlatives to describe him. 35 years old, King Zlatan, what a free kick. I said right as the free kick was, awarded, I said Zlatan's been taking these all season except for the few that Pogba's been hitting the bar with. And I just sort of thought, we've not actually seen him score a decent free kick this season, and my word did we see him score one there. Brilliant goal, 1-0 up. Really didn't deserve to be, deserved to be 1-0 down if anything. And then, lo and behold, 10 minutes later, complete Southampton pressure for that 10 minutes. Jesse Lingard, who loves a Wembley goal by the way, just side foots it in, easy as you like. Because to be fair, the one weakness of Southampton's game was their defence. God, they were absolutely awful. And I mean, I know Virgil van Dijk's injured and I know they lost Jose Font, but like, bloody hell they were terrible. And I mean, ours was bad as well, but they were worse. Their defence was absolutely awful. And so we're 2-0 up, and had we gone in at half-time 2-0 up, I think we probably would have deflated them a bit. I mean, the way that Southampton played, you could still see that, it was possible for them to get back into it, but as soon as Gabbiadini scored that goal at half-time, before half-time, I thought this is going to be a close game. And I thought we were heading for extra time when Gabbiadini scored his second right after the break. Southampton absolutely peppering our goal. Romeo hit the post with a great header, really, really unlucky with that one, and De Gea had to make a series of fine saves to keep us in the game. But we did start to grow into the game a bit in an attacking sense in the second half. We definitely missed Mkhitaryan on the day. I think he's got the pace and the skill, whereas Mata is more one-dimensional. Obviously, Mata got taken off in the second half to bring Carrick on, who sort of calmed it down for us. Much needed in defence for sure. Bailly and Smalling usually much better than that. Definitely needed to have their Michael Carrick back in front of them to keep them calm there in the onslaught of Southampton attacks that we were getting. But with it at 2-2, I was pretty sure we were going to lose the game, if not in normal time, in extra time, especially when Shane Long came on. And we were lining up to bring Rooney on. I was thinking, I really hope he scores. I think that would be fitting. And just as I was thinking that, again, Southampton centre-backs, what are you doing? One of you, if not both of you, needs to be marking Ibrahimovic inside the 6-yard box. Easiest header in his career probably to make it 3-2. Absolute scenes at Wembley for the fourth time in a row really. I mean, if you think about it, we've been to Wembley 4 times this year. First one was a 90th minute winner in the FA Cup semi-final. Then we had an extra time winner in the FA Cup final. We even had a late goal scored by Zlatan at Wembley in the Community Shield. And then we get another late goal scored by Zlatan to win us the EFL Cup. So I had said, I doubt that any of you have been watching my reviews for this long, but last season when I said we didn't have enough good memories at the new Wembley, what with, Cup final and European Cup final defeats the only things that come into mind for me, we definitely have our memories there now after this year, because for better or for worse, this past, calendar year, we've gone to Wembley quite a lot, and we haven't lost at Wembley since we started going again. So very happy with the Cup final victory, not going to get carried away. I think it's interesting to note that the team that wins the EFL Cup often ends the season quite well, at least in my experience. Last season may be the exception with Manchester City, but I think that was more down to Guardiola being appointed at such a strange time. If you look at the season before that, Chelsea won it, they won the league. The season before that, City won it, they won the league. I'm not saying United are going to win the league, but I think we can finish strong and definitely get in the top 4, especially after Leicester and Jamie Vardy did us a massive favour and bumped off Liverpool last night. I was absolutely cooing when that was going on, because I could not believe that is Liverpool's luck, that they would face the Leicester side the week after they've got their backside kicked up when Ranieri gets kicked out. Absolute Liverpool luck. And they genuinely look like a 6th place team at the moment. Now, obviously, knock on wood, I know how much talent Liverpool has, and I know that on their day they could rip anybody apart. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic that we're at least going to finish above them and maybe even above 1 or 2 other teams currently fighting in that top 6. My man of the match, of course, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Wrote his name all over Wembley Stadium in this cup final. I hope he's back there again for the semi-final of the FA Cup and hopefully the final of the FA Cup. I do think that we're going to face a very, very tough time to get into the FA Cup semi-finals. Not only are we playing at Stamford Bridge with no opportunity at a replay, it will have to go through to penalties even if we did make it that far. We have to play Rostov in Russia in the Europa League 3 days before, and I just don't think we're going to be able to handle it. And personally, I would rather us concentrate on the Europa League than the FA Cup. We won the FA Cup last year, we can let it slide this year. The Europa League is more important, and those are just facts. With that being said, if you enjoyed the thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, comment if you've got anything to say about Man United or anything else related to football, and subscribe if you like the video and want to see more like it. I've been Liam Neal, this is the MU Review. See you next time.